love, sex, desire, drama, lovers, and the others. And we talk about it all here on Relationship Rhetoric. Welcome to Relationship Rhetoric. I'm your host, unapologetically Angela, and on the show today we have Can I Get Some Love himself, Rob Love. Welcome to the show, Rob.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to just have conversation. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about what molded Rob into who he is today. So feel free to be as open as you choose. And if at any point you're uncomfortable, let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's start with you.
Hold on. Sorry. To make sure it's clear, I need y'all to know why I'm blushing. It's because I have a lot of respect for this woman. She's a fantastic human being. Great energy, positive vibe. So if I'm blushing, just know. Let me lay that down.
You finished?
Oh, and I speak slow too. I think about questions. So if you hear me hesitate, that's why. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So start by telling us how you came up with the name Rob Love, which fits you perfectly.
Well, Rob, I'm named after my dad and my father. Robert is my dad, and my father is the creator, and that's love. So I'm named after my people. That's simple as that.
Nice. Let's talk about your parents and their relationship, and how do you think that molded you into be the gentleman that you are today?
Wow. The most two impactful people in my life, my mom and my father. Awesome people. As far as their relationship, though, it was very complex, and it made me. It shaped me. It shaped me because to me they were opposites, and I saw opposites attract. And they were married for a good little portion of time, and I came in on the tail end of the marriage. So they ended up divorcing when I was very young, and so I saw a hurt woman. You know what I mean? And their relationship went as far back as elementary and high school. So they were high school sweethearts. Got married after high school. He went into the service. So I saw some pictures as a child. I remember pictures with letters on the back of them. My mom writing letters to him, and stuff like that. So it was real love, and it hurt her. Cause I ended up in the divorce. My younger sister, middle sister, or whatever, stayed with my mom. So we experienced her dealing with the divorce, and it hurt her. You know what I mean? And she trained me from that hurt. You know what I mean? And it wasn't negative training at all. She told me as a young man, this is what you do to please your woman. This is what you do to make sure you're thoughtful of your woman. And it was even before I liked girls. You know what I mean? It was, I like, and she was giving me little gifts to give for my girlfriend, my first girlfriend. I mean, I was wowing girls early, you know what I mean? And it was like she just put it into me to, it's the little things that count. It didn't have to cost a whole lot of money, you know what I mean? It was just, so her input into me, and then my dad's natural personality. He was a radiant being, smile, laughter, man, just a great dude. So lit up every room. Yeah, he lit up every room. So with laughter, and everybody just loved dude. You know what I mean? And it was a good thing to see. So I had love from the inside. My mom poured it into me, and I saw my dad just radiate love. So their relationship together was complex. You know what I mean? I saw disagreements. You know what I mean? Never anything physical, but just two people hurt. You know, boxing it out. You know what I mean? Talking about kids or whatever. So, you know, it just had me inspired to be, you know, better. But you know, you go through relationships and still kind of cycle through. You know, and some things you jump out of the cycle and do better. So I've progressed in each of my relationships. So I'm proud of that. You know, but I'm blessed by their example. Period.
Beautiful. Yeah. And you radiate. You do. You do. Your spirit comes into a room and make people comfortable. So you did take that. You did take that.
It was a progression. Once I took on the comedy, then it became not just my life, but it was a ministry. I guess to radiate to positive energy is serious. You know what I mean? Because I've been on the other side. I've been negative. I've been, you know, it's not half empty. It's half empty type of guy. You know what I mean? Why not me type of guy? I've been on, you know, other sides of the energy field. So I'm committed to this one. I'm stuck with this one.
Absolutely. Yeah. So describe your ideal woman.
Wow, ideal woman. I'm not gonna say the first thing that comes to mind. I'll save it for like number 4, so you can count if you want. I don't really know my ideal woman. I just know some of her characteristics.
Okay, share those.
She's passionate. She is I'm looking for the word to put in front of honest. She knows how to be honest. You know, she's not brutally honest, but she knows how to be tactfully.
Tactfully.
That's the word. She's tactfully honest.
Okay.
She is serious. She's funny. She's freaky. She's loyal. She's driven. Some of her characteristics. I don't want to put them all out there, but there's some of her characteristics.
Okay. Do you believe that she exists?
Oh yeah, I do. Whether I've met her before or not, I know she exists.
Okay.
And then that's kind of relative. That question kind of ideal woman, you know, made me think about different relationships. Okay. And at that time, maybe that person was my ideal woman. You know what I mean? So it's a time and ideal. I think they kind of can go together, because I have definitely met my ideal woman, and I know she had potential to be the ideal woman, whether we made that or not. You understand? Because God has blessed me to be around awesome women. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, ideal and the right time kind of go together as well.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. What do you think the role of the man is in a relationship, and as well as the community?
The role of a man in a relationship. That's this falls back on being raised or having my mom have the majority or a major effect in the rearing. You know what I mean? My dad was there, court appointed, you know, and he was there as much as we needed him. But my mom is every day in the house. Okay, so I think it's a I think it's a balance. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say balance. I think the man needs to lead at times, and I think the woman needs to lead at times. I think it's not a set and all relationships aren't the same. Some women need to be led. I personally like a woman who can lead. You know, who can say, "Baby, let's do this." You know what I mean? I like a woman who has some initiative about herself. So I don't want a woman that follows my every move or every step. Have some steps of your own, and let's see where your ideas can lead us, because women are fantastic. You know what I mean? I don't think that the man is the head is just it. You feel what I'm saying? You're a helper. Women are our first teachers. You know, our nurturers. So you all serve such a big purpose in our lives. To relegate you all to below us or beneath us, to me, is not what's up. You know what I mean? So I feel like the man's position is to be the partner, the protector. You know, have a back. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to cover all sides. You know what I mean? You rock. You know, so I think it's complex. As far as in the community, I think a man's responsibility is to inject some positive, inject some life. Don't just drop your seed and leave it. You know what I mean? I think, you know, and it doesn't have to be your seed, but give love, give something back to the community. You know what I mean? Don't leave it the way you received it. You know what I mean? If you feel like the hood was messed up coming up, don't contribute more to it being messed up, you know, and use your power. I think they do and I hate to say it, and I don't even use the word hate, but they do an excellent job of keeping our power, keeping us from knowing how powerful we are. And so, you know, I just encourage my black men, my brothers, my men to use their power in their community. Via your passion. Whatever you were passionate about as a child, get passionate about that in your community and affect one life. Make it a goal to change one life or influence one life in a positive direction. Don't be like me, or be like me and be better. And that can be a ripple effect in the community. So just make a ripple in the community, man. That's what I think a man's job is.
Okay.
Positive ripple.
Okay. Tell us about your last good date.
Last good date was a birthday gift. Went on a cruise, a little cruise, a little dinner, a little dancing cruise, and went to the casino and gambled a little bit, won a little money, and yeah, had a good time. A little, you know, jacuzzi tub, and you know, some suds and stuff, some bubbles and suds. You know, that was.
That's enough. Okay. The bubbles, the suds. I get it. Okay, so what was your last not so good date?
Oh, nice. I use it in some of my material. So we went out for see a live band, and you know, I'm a little hungry after, and I was irritated by what she ordered, and I was irritated by what she said. So she ordered some onions and liver or something. I was like, that's not telling me it's an opportunity for something to go down after. It was just like blatant, like who's gonna, you know, try to get close when you just had a plate full of onions. And then the waiter came by and he was like, it's gonna be one check or two, you know, because we weren't sitting on the same booth. You know, it was like, it's gonna be one check. Yeah. So about 5 minutes later, she began to say, I'm celibate, and you know, is it the wrong time to tell you? I said, no, you should have told me when he brought the check out. You know, when he was asking me about the check, then you could have said, I'm celibate. Then I'm like, no, we're gonna make it two checks. We're gonna make it 2 checks, and then, you know, we'll see. Nah, but the liver and onions really just did it. It wasn't really about the celibate part. I don't have to get none after I feed you.
Rob, I like onions. She could have chewed some gum or something, or brushed her teeth. You didn't think about that?
No. I don't think that's not first date stuff. That's liver and onions is something you eat on, some dates where we been hung out a little bit.
Okay.
You don't love and onions first date. Liver and onions is not a good sign on first date. Not
Okay.
first date. I see. I'm funny though. I'm funny acting.
Petty.
Man, ain't nobody perfect out here.
You are so right. You are so right. With your busy schedule,
Okay.
how do you make time for dating?
Oh. I'm not really making time for dating.
Okay.
Dating is not my priority. Spending money like that is not my priority. I'm open, and I use each situation to be unique. But if you're trying to date, then that's not what I'm on. It's just not it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's cool, and I ain't got nothing against dating. I'm not cheap or nothing like that. It's not my focus. You know what I mean? If I have free time, that's why I'm glad I'm not really committed to anyone in a relationship. Because if I have free time, it's going towards the pursuit of my goal. You know what I mean? And I'm on a time schedule. I'm pushing myself to meet different goals and see things on my vision board come down and see I've accomplished things. So if I get wrapped up in dating, then my focus isn't where it's supposed to be.
So, do you see companionship or relationships in your future? Once
Oh,
you
I
get
do.
to where you...
It's not even a once I get to where I'm going. I think it's going to be a natural process. I think it's going to be understanding along the way. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be this is going to be understanding. I think it's going to be enjoying the ride with me, giving me insight or whatever purpose they serve in my life at that point. And then the relationship maturing into something else. I don't think it's gonna be like we're dating or whatever. I think it'll be organic.
Okay.
I usually confuse organic and orgasmic, but I said it right that time. It's organic, but it will be orgasmic as well too.
Okay. How important is monogamy to you?
It's important. It's important, and one thing I know I need to work on is, or I imagine working on is making sure my mate feels supremely special. One of my dad's gifts that I have is that he could walk in a room and kiss every woman in the room and not make guys jealous and not make other women feel threatened or his woman feel threatened. So I have a natural connection with women. So those relationships are important. But when it becomes my relationship, I just need her to understand and be comfortable. And then it's too on me to be honorable in those relationships. So I think I'm definitely for monogamy, but I'm not committed to perfection with myself or my mate. I want to be open enough to where it doesn't have to go down in a way I don't know. You know what I mean? Because what I've learned in this life thus far is that people change, and if you decide to be with someone and they change and they go through these transitions and you abandon ship, then maybe you weren't meant to be on the road with them. If you grow with them and hold them and let them go, you know what I mean? Because I think it's a both. You hold them sometimes, hey, this is not what we're going to do. Sometimes it's to let them go, and because it needs to be expressed, it needs to be free, then those situations, you just got to be understanding. So monogamy is important, but I think honesty and openness and comfort, being comfortable with whomever you're with, whom I'm with in the future. I'm going to be comfortable enough to say, hey, I wanted to fuck off. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. Or hey, look, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm dealing with right now. I need that. And if I have that, then I feel like I'm more susceptible to being faithful and trustworthy. So,
So, at the end of each show, I allow my guests to offer advice. Okay? So, I want you to give advice to single brothers who are enjoying their lives where they are, but hope to have companionship at some point. What should they be doing with themselves up until that point?
On the record, it's known that women mature faster than men, and I see myself maturing in ways that at one time I didn't see myself being on that level. So I just encourage single guys to take the time to mature. When you're by yourself, progress. If you're around people who are still on the same stuff they was on 10 years ago, then it's a good chance you'll be spinning in that cycle as well. So distance yourself, commit to where you want to be in life, not just how many women you want to be with, or thinking every fine woman is that chick. You know what I mean? Look for deeper relationships, and I think sometimes you have to rein yourself in, and sometimes you naturally come to that point. And being raised by my mom, although I had moments and times, because my height of my life or whatever, I had different times where I had more exposure or whatever. So it was sometimes easy to fight off women, or sometimes it was easy not to be distracted, and sometimes it was difficult, but my core nature is I'm a one-woman guy. But it doesn't look like that. But that's how it is. So with that being said, I know that if you aspire to be a one-woman guy or be an ideal mate, then stay open. Stay open and just keep growing. And again, my maturity is kind of not forced. It's kind of natural. So just use your time wisely. Use this. Don't continue to get set in your ways. Remain open, and that'll go for women as well. Remain open. You're not gonna get what you want sitting around the house doing the same thing you've been doing. So step out the box.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. Mr. Throw That D himself, Rob Love. Rob Love, thank you again for being on the show, Rob. I really appreciate you. I always do.
A pleasure and an honor to be on Relationship Ready. So y'all make sure y'all support unapologetically Angela on everything she does.
I appreciate that. Your notion of love this week is: a lion never loses sleep over the opinions of sheep. This has been Relationship Rhetoric. I'm your host, Unapologetically Angela. Peace, love, and enlightenment. That's what's up. Thank you.
What's up, indeed.
Love, sex, desire, drama, lovers, and the others. And we talk about it all here on Relationship